What is your purpose, and what are some of the signs that you are out of alignment? I'm going to use myself as an example. I trained to be a conveyancer. I trained to be a chartered legal executive, and I went into this area of work because my mum and dad saw it as a career that held weight. And you know, when you say to somebody, oh, I'm a lawyer, you know, people think, oh, you know, or you say I'm a solicitor, people automatically think, oh, well, that's a really good job, you know, she must be earning lots of money, she must have a really good position of authority. And so I trained to be a chartered legal executive, which is the same thing as a lawyer or a solicitor. A solicitor does a slightly different qualification. And it took me 5 years part-time because I did this as well as working full-time. It was really tough, and I went into the career and I did that career for 10 years. And during that time, I had probably 10 different jobs, 10 different places that I went to. And this is an example of someone who was massively out of alignment with something that they should have been doing in their life, or shouldn't have been doing, should I say. So I would go somewhere, I would start the job, and that whole excitement of finding the job, going for the interview, getting the job, getting myself all settled in, that all felt very exciting to me. Excuse me. That all felt very exciting to me. And I'd be like, yes, this is the one, this is the job, this is going to be the one. And 6 to probably not even longer than that, 12 months down the line, I would feel frustrated. I would feel like I'd got this heavy feeling in my solar plexus area. I mean, the main sign for me that things weren't right was frustration. I would feel so frustrated because I couldn't do the job in a way that I wanted to be able to do the job, because what I know now is that job isn't something that I'm particularly good at, because it's not what I'm here to do. It's not right for me. And I stuck it out, and then I would stay at a certain job for a certain amount of time, and then I would move on to the next job and think that was the job, and I'd do the same thing over and over again. And I did this up until last year, when I left my conveyancing career behind after 10 years. I left in August and started a new job in September. And towards the end of that career, I've had absolutely debilitating anxiety every single day. I would absolutely dread coming to sit at my desk. Yes, it was a very stressful job, and I'm not saying that some of you that have jobs that aren't in alignment are going to be stressful. They may not be. This particular job in conveyancing is what I did. It was very stressful. But the fact that I couldn't manage the job, and I've constantly felt like I was chasing my tail to try and catch up, or manage clients, or manage what the managers and the partners were asking me to do, it was so overbearing for me, overwhelming, should I say, and frustrating, because I felt like I had no freedom to be able to express myself in a way that I wanted to express myself, no time to actually breathe and take in all of the things that were going on, and you know, and be able to ask myself the question, is this actually right for me? For a long time I did that job, and I didn't sit back and say, well, is this right for me? Is this what I want to spend the rest of my life doing? Does this fulfill me? Do I look forward to this job? Do I feel passionate about this job? It was only when I had an awakening and things got really bad in my life, and I took a different path, and I started to, you know, look more into the spiritual side of things and asking myself those questions and getting real with myself and becoming more conscious with myself, that I then actually realised that the warning signs had been there for so long, for years and years and years. The warning signs had been there, that this job was totally out of alignment for me. So that is just an example of, and I'm actually going to go back to physical symptoms on your body as well. Your body is literally your guiding compass for life. Your body will tell you everything, because remember, you've got your heart, you've got your stomach, you know, your gut. That is your seat. That is your seat of intuition. Your gut it's your intuition, and that's what you should be following. You should be listening to that. But we are conditioned to, you know, by our parents, by society, to go and get these, you know, highly powered, responsible jobs, you know, where we're going to have status, we're going to have the pay to go with it. But I just see so many people just unhappy and, you know, not wanting to do that, you know, just feeling backed into a corner, or they've got all of these debts from university where they've gone and, you know, they've done all of these qualifications to become something because somebody's told them to, or society's telling them to, and really they're just absolutely exhausted, and their soul is just screaming out to them, this isn't right for you. And, you know, if you're waking up every single day and you're dreading going to work, you feel anxious, your solar plexus feels heavy or it feels tight, or you feel frustrated. Frustration is a massive sign that you're out of alignment. That is different for all of us. We all have different signs within our body that is going to tell us that we're out of alignment. But generally, you're going to know, because it's going to be something that feels quite negative and not very nice, compared with something that, if you're doing something that you enjoy, like for example me with my business or helping somebody, then I get a feeling of like a flow state, passion, freedom, peace, happiness. You're going to get all of these positive feelings to know that you are doing something that is right for you, something that is in alignment, compared with something that isn't in alignment, that feels frustrating, it feels heavy, it feels stressful. So I just want you to look into that in all areas of your life, your career or your job, your relationships, your diet, money, all of these things. If we are doing things in a way that are not in alignment for us personally, then we are going to feel some kind of adverse effects from that. You know, this physical symptoms that are then going to radiate out into symptoms externally to us, like the frustration, like the anger, like the stress. So that is how you know if you're doing something in your life, in all areas of your life, where you are not in alignment. And that is the first step to understanding what your purpose is. You're not going to know what your purpose is until you start to get real with yourself. You have to get real, you have to ask yourself those questions, you have to become more conscious, you have to become more aware. And I understand this can be really daunting, because if you've been conditioned really heavily like I was, or programmed really heavily, then you don't know where to start, because it's all very overwhelming and difficult. So if you do feel that way, reach out to me, reach out to someone that you feel comfortable with. You know, start looking into somebody that might be able to guide you through this process in your life, you know, a mentor or a coach. Or, you know, for me, like, I started dipping my toes into the spiritual side of things, reading books, meditating, yoga, you know, and then when I actually made that commitment to myself that I wanted to become better, and I wanted to understand myself, and I wanted to live a life that was more in alignment for me, rather than constantly giving my power away because of the way that I'd been brought up or conditioned or programmed, that is when the universe then, it opens up like an energetic portal, and that is when the universe can start to deliver things for you. So try not to overthink things, try not to have it all planned out, because that's just our logical brain trying to work everything out. Just take that step forward and make that intention. If you want to know what your purpose is and you don't know what it is right now, the first step to that is understanding who you are and getting rid of all that surface level crap that you've got, you know, the stuff that is holding you back from being able to be that authentic version of yourself. And the first step to that is becoming more aware and taking that step to setting that intention that you want to be better and you want to improve, you want to become a better version of yourself. And all of that then will naturally lead on to doors being opened, certain experiences coming into your life, certain people coming into your life that then give you some aha moments like, oh, well actually, yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing, because it was through me doing my own self-development and working with a coach and working through all that surface level stuff that it opened up a door for me to understand that I'm here to feel freedom in my life. I'm here to work in a way that feels freeing to me, not tied down by a manager or a boss or somebody telling me that I can only have a certain amount of time off per year. I've got to be at my desk from 9 to 5. That for me isn't in alignment with me. And I know that, and I'm working on getting to the point where that is no longer part of my life. But it is getting real with yourself and taking that first initial step. So what I would say is, if you're not sure, reach out to me. I'm happy to, or pop anything in the comments. I'm happy to help you and give you a little bit of guidance where I can. Speak to somebody as well that, you know, maybe you feel that you can confide in. Start having a look on YouTube for some videos. You know, have a think about and get real with yourself and think, well, what is it that I really, really would like for myself? What do I enjoy? What exercise do I enjoy? What foods do I enjoy? What job would I like to do? Excuse me. All of these things are really integral in your life to creating an overall feeling of peace and satisfaction and joy. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm going to pull a card out of Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle card deck. Just going to pull a card out there because I was just drawn to this with the message that I wanted to put out today. So I'm just going to pick a card out for the collective. What have we got, please? Spirit, what have we got for the collective? What do they need to know? Or what does somebody need to know that is watching this video right now? Okay, so one's just flew out. Love it. And it's the card Awakening. So energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Love it, love it, love it when you've just done a live, well, a video or a message has come through to share, and then you get confirmation from Spirit through cards. That is a beautiful card as well. So, okay, I'm just going to read what it says in the book, but it is basically exactly what I've just been talking about, and this is actually classed as an activation card. So, yeah, Awakening. Let's have a look and see what it says, guys, for you today. Activation cards, okay. Awakening, okay. So you're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for you at this time is not to overthink and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world, or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following your light activation. It says, hold the card to your heart and say, I'm just going to put that there so you can feel the energy through the card. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, using me as a way that delights my mind, body and soul. How beautiful is that, guys? And that was just perfect confirmation of absolutely everything that I just said in that message. So on that note, I hope that that has reached you, whoever needed to hear it. I hope that that guidance, you know, just helps you on your way, really, you know, because I know when I was going through all of this, hearing stuff like that was a massive, massive help for me. So that's my aim, to share my experiences and help you guys along the way. So hopefully that helped, and thanks for being here as always, and I'll see you on the next video. Lots of love.